Well, Wayne Morris, Mo. Hello. Welcome to the Tavern, mate.
Thank you.
Talks
Cheers.
at the Tavern.
Honoured, very honoured.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the last time, this is the start of season 2 of Talks at the Tavern, Mo.
Oh, so I'm the number one.
You're the number one again.
So start with Paul and build up as we go along.
If you remember, Mo, when I did the Chats on the Hills series, when I was doing that charity walk,
Yeah.
you were the first one to do it with me when we were walking up Garth Hill.
Really?
Yes.
Was I the first one again?
You were the first one there.
And we couldn't breathe because we were going to Garth Hill.
And my camera broke down. But anyway, not going to have any of those gremlins now. Thinking back of that, Mo, right, for us to have a recap. Obviously, Lanny boy, born and bred, yeah?
Yeah.
When did you move from Lanny to Builth?
Well, I say Lanny boy, I was Raider really, born in Raider for about 5 years and then...
I didn't know that. So
Raider boy, Raider boy, then moved to Lanny when I was about 6.
Yeah.
And then moved up to Landegley, up with the old Duggins countryside up there. The Duggins moved up there when I was about 11 till about 16. So a bit like a Mid-Wales gypsy really. And I went back to Lanny. And then when I was kind of like on my last legs of first team rugby, I decided to move up to Builth. When I should have probably done it 20 years ago because I used to work in the sawmill. So I used to travel on shift to the sawmill, go home, and then travel back up for training, then go back home, and I'd be doing it 4 times a trip a day. So it was like, but then when I started to slow down in rugby, when I moved up to Builth.
Yeah. So well, then you obviously moved to Builth, and first team captain.
Yeah.
You've done most roles within Builth Wells RFC. The day I was interviewing you was the weekend before. We were in COVID restrictions, if you remember. That's why we were talking on the hill.
That's right.
Not like we do normally. I remember it was the weekend, a couple of days before the Brecon Builth derby, and you were coached in Brecon.
Yeah. It was.
You had 1 year with Brecon. How was that?
I remember Brecon asked me about 3 months before. And I just kept putting them off. Matty Lewis, mate of mine, he took the head role. So at the time there was no promotion in Division 1, so it was like, right, so Matty said, you're going to come? And I was like, right, let me think. I'm playing the first team, but I need to get into coaching eventually. It's the right move to do, but it's not because I'm a Builth through and through. It was, and in the end I decided they kept asking me, they must have been so peed off. And in the end I thought, right, I'll go. So I went. And yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. The level of rugby was quality, but my worst nightmare come true when they put a 4-team league up, and who did we do? Brecon, Builth, and I was like, that's an absolute disaster. And then you can imagine, because when COVID kicked off, nobody was socialising really. Well, they were in their barns and in their fields and stuff, and when you're not supposed to. So there was no local sport. There was no football, no cricket, no nothing. So probably that was like a perfect environment for when we come to Builth. Everybody just wanted local sport. So we come down there, it was a disaster. I turned up with the other team and I was thinking, oh no, Ben Pugh just looked at me like that. I had the Brecon top on. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. And then we got down to Grow and it's probably 500 there, I don't know.
Oh, it was immense smoke.
It was, and I thought, it was just my worst nightmare. Like, I remember when you were saying, what score would you want? And I said, I'd like a 50.0 or 44 or something. So I was trying to stay in the fence that way, but the worst come to the worst, we lost.
But what a day to get back together. It was a wonderful atmosphere and the right result.
Yeah. We had a boat race in the club after, didn't we?
It was all good fun, though.
I remember Ash Mills went down with a bad knee, and like Ash, rugby mate of mine, and so I was on the touchline right next to me, so I just went across to him. You're like, Ash, hold your knee like that, and the Brecon contingent, they were right there. I didn't think nothing of it. Yeah. And I was like, you right? And he goes, oi, you're Brecon now, you're not Builth, leave him be. And I had some right abuse, and I was like, and then it was just down with the Mutley gangers, all down there. And then you had the Brecon contingent right there, like 4 deep, and then you had the Mutley crew there. And then when they scored, Ryan did that interception, and I just stood like that, and they were Sean and all them boys were ripping into me, and I thought, this is the worst place I want to be. This was like, But no, looking back at it, it was a great, that year, yes, we had issues because when me and Matty, we had a big squad, we had 40 odd training. There was no competitive rugby, so you just got in a league then of 7 or 8, if I can remember. And basically there was no promotion, no relegation. So there was nothing. It was just nothing really. It was hard to motivate the boys, but that was the first year out of COVID. So it was brilliant. It did my experience a world of good. I thought, really did.
Yeah.
Boys I didn't know, I come in from outside that circle, because every club has circles. We all have cliques. Everybody does. You have cliques. I come in. Probably some of them didn't accept me too well, because obviously I'm a Builth boy and I played with Builth for 4 years. But funny enough, Builth and Brecon, they hadn't really played together at the time.
No.
Because we were above them and they were below, and now it's switched around now. So it was not, to me, there's no rivalry really, but you try and tell the older generation that.
Yeah.
So
I know, just to fast forward a bit more now, before we get into the junior section, because I know we want to talk lots about that. The Gleneath game. Do you remember that, Mo, when you came up? You have sort of retired.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's a few Gleneaths now.
No. This is the one.
Not the Andy Garretts.
When you turned up, you were in your tracksuit, and they said to you, "Have you got your boots?" That was Gleneath, wasn't it, Mo? This was.
Well, funny enough, I was pretending to be a horseman that day, and
doing the horses
in St. Kenneth. I was here, and I just thought, right, pretending to look posh and get the tweed on and just holding the horses, as boys like to take the mick out of me. So, and then the plan was finish here and go straight down Gleneath, not St. Kenneth, it was Sunnybridge, sorry, Sunnybridge. So I went down there. I had this missed call off a load of people. I just ignored it. Boiling hot day, and parked up straight to the bar. I went straight to the bar. I had my boy with me. I had my nephew there as well, Alex. He was there. I went straight to the bar. I need a drink. I'm boiling hot. And then all of a sudden, Ben Duggan storms in. "What are you doing, Morris?" I was like, "Having a bloody drink." He goes, "Don't you bloody dare." And he took me these oldest, heaviest cougar boots I've ever seen and felt in my entire life. And these old cotton trainers shorts. He goes, "I want you on the bench." And I was like, this is when I hadn't even trained. I was like, I thought I'd finished all that. So then I walked into the boys. I was like, what am I doing? But
what I remember of that day was, I was on the touch. Oh, it's Mo. I'll have a couple of pints with Mo. He's gone. And he's on the pitch.
Well, even my boy didn't know. He was looking for Dad in the stand. And next thing he sees me going on half time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sod's Law as well. They were top of the table and they were flying.
Yes,
but yeah, it was and going on a half time and then wanting to be taken off 15 minutes in the second half because I was knackered. But no, I stuck to. I stuck to. But yeah, just funny.
Right.
Yeah.
I know where we want to get on to. I know you're obviously very passionate about all levels of the game.
Yeah.
And I know you're the current chair of the junior section for Builth Wells RFC.
Yeah.
How's that going for you, Mo?
It's took over from Gary. He did 4 years of it. Did a brilliant job. Gary's a clubman through.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He does pretty much every job you never see. So all unhidden jobs he's done. So I stepped up. It's an honour. It's something I really take seriously.
I know that, yeah.
I take it really serious. It's the same, if you have any passion, you have to take it serious. You can't just go in half-hearted.
You played, Mo.
Yeah, you get found out, don't you? It's like anything, you get found out. And the thing is, kids, probably more obvious than adults, they will see straight through you.
Yes.
If you're not planned or you're not got something,
they'll disengage from you, Mo, won't they?
Yeah, yeah. So chairman now. So this is my end of my first year, start of second year. I'm not sure anybody else wanted to do it, but yeah, no, it's good. Like Builth, we punch above our own.
We punch above our own weight.
Way above our own.
I say we because I'm obviously about the club is. It's because of our junior section providing good players, isn't that right, Mo?
Yeah. Well, you see now in the first team, you've got the generations, you've got the Jones boys, you've got the Coyles when they're home from uni. There. Ash has come through the system. Who else? Podge, they've all Ben's come through the system. We've all come, most of them.
These boys.
Ted's obviously a Prestine boy. Tats, there's other boys who are, but they've all come through the system. And I think
these are the boys that come in, right? These are the boys that come in because of the standards good.
Yes.
We attracted the lads.
Yes. Yeah. And I've always said they only come to Builth for the standard.
Yeah.
If we have the same standard as Llanidloes, as Landod, or as Trevor Cloud, then before you know it, our model is gone. Our USP is gone because I come from Llanidloes up here because of standard. Obviously, I can go down further because it was just too far for me. But if we get the same level as them other clubs, there's no catchment to bring them back. There's no, how can we sell? Because we're never going to pay people in the club here. That's not how we are. This is not our DNA in this club. So, we have to. And this is, when you see people like Ben, when he took over as coach, but Ben Pugh, he sets a tone. Like when I kind of stood away and thought I'm too old now and his boys coming through. And you always worry, you think, who's going to set that tone? Because when I was young, you had the Jeremys, you had for Fishers, Lyndon Hammond's an unbelievable player. They set the standard, they expected that. Like, if you went out on a Friday night, you wouldn't do it again. Like, they set the standard, and I always remember that, and I thought, they're setting the standard now, the older generation have to do it. So, and it's a conveyor belt. So the Ben Pughes now is setting the standard, same as Ash Mills, and it'll go like that. And the next captain after Ash will be, hopefully he'll set the standard as well. It'll go from there, because it's a stepping stone, it's a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
But you have to set the standard, because as soon as it goes to fun rugby, don't get me wrong, we have to have fun, but at senior level, it has to be a bit more serious.
Yeah, the level
has to be.
Yeah.
Like even my boys, under 13s, you say, "Oh, let's have a bit of fun." No, they want to win. No. they want to win. It's just in it's in kids. It's in everybody.
It's a definite strength of Builth Wells RFC.
Yeah.
And because of that, the rest of the Mid Wales clubs, they benefit from that as well.
Oh yeah, well, Landod, massive benefit.
Massively, all of them, we all benefit together.
Yeah.
And I do say on occasions we work hard together to make sure that we all survive as well, which is brilliant as well.
Yeah, I think maybe when I was young, maybe there was no relationship with the smaller clubs. I think it was just Builth. Yeah. They wanted to be by themselves, and they had an arrogance, but in a way, kind of an arrogance. We were like, no, we're the best team around. People come to us. We don't need to be a friendship with you as such. So then it's like, they're like, so then you can see that side, but now it's not like that. I don't think it's like that.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's like that.
I remember, and we'll move on to the kikes bit now, but I remember just before the cup final, Jeremy, the chairman, who's obviously
I know him, just about know him,
he said it's, what did he put it as? They're all part of the label on the tin.
Right.
For getting the boys to the Principality Stadium.
Yeah, for the youth.
For the youth, it's all a big working process. Yeah. Everybody's involved.
Special day for the club.
Yeah, it was
a very special day.
It was a very.
And we had obviously Callan Cymru as well.
Yeah, they were there.
The 6-4 team went as well. Yeah. And then boys said it was the most special time of their short lives of ours. They're only 20, 21 now, but going to a cup final and playing a very strong Swansea team. Yes, we lost, but it was just brilliant just to get out there, isn't it? But for the youth to win, it was like something else.
So it sort of leads in now. We've talked a bit about the junior section and Callan Cymru, and I know you were the schools officer.
Yeah.
But let's have a chat. You got wearing the badge there proudly, the Mid Wales Kites.
Yeah, very proud of them.
This, for the people that don't know, because their social media, I have to say, is excellent.
Yeah.
They get out and they sell themselves for what it is. What it's all about. Explain a bit more about what is the Mid Wales Kites, who are they?
Right, so basically, when I took the rugby hub officer job, the boy section of rugby in school, it runs itself. The boys are there, they got the club, this and that, and then a bunch of girls, like Evie, Edie, all them, Scooby's stepdaughter, Jade Wright, Connie James, all them, they were like, coming to me, going, "Mo, there's nothing for us. We've only got a bit of netball at dinner time, there's nothing. Can you set some rugby up for us?" And I said, "I can take you out of the school." So we started like that, and then they basically just pushed it. They just didn't give me they were so enthusiastic. Like I was taking 10 or 12 of them, and then before you know it, there was girls younger men coming up through, and then before you know it, I was like, hold on, there's something we're missing here. There's like these girls, and they're not just like doing it for fun. These girls are serious. They were serious, and they're like, it just grew. Like it's our proper second year now.
So I remember coming down with you, Mo, when you were working out all the different age groups, remember?
Yeah. Oh, the very first time
with Jen, I went talking to everybody.
Yeah, that was probably the first. Yeah.
And people that know the Lant area up by Builth High School was just packed with rugby players. Wasn't it good to see, Mo?
Yeah, Jen come down, and she'd come down to do the session with us because she's ex-Welsh international. She's had, 70 caps, I remember, something like that. Yeah. Her pictures up in the club there, and she come down, and she was like blown away with it. And I was like, oh, this is great. And it's just got bigger and bigger. Yeah. It's got bigger and bigger, and like I think in school, you know what boys like, the typical stereotype farmer. Yeah. There's nobody stronger than him. Yeah. This is a man's game. Yeah. And for these are year 7s and 8s. And then I remember we took them to Roslyn Park in school a couple of years ago, which Callan Cymru take them there now. And we went to Roslyn Park, and it was Rob Lloyd's age group then when he coached his team in Builth then, when they were still going very good 7s team. They nearly went all the way there. Yeah. And then the first game, we just won. And then I remember Mr. Reynolds saying, right, it's like 30, 40 rugby pitches. It's a huge area there. It's like on the outskirts of West London. You won't see us now. You won't see the girls because I took the boys. You won't see them. So you just stay there now, and then if we finish before you, we'll come and see you. And anyway, we finished the game. I said to the boys, I look like I'm thinking, the girls are starting now on the main pitch or the second pitch. It's been televised as well. They had it on the stand. And I was like, I said, boys, I said, I'm just going to run off and see if I can catch the girls. I said, it's a hell of a run, but I said, I'm going to go. I said, it'd be nice if you can come, but I don't expect you to because you've run how many miles on that pitch there. So I started running. Next thing, Ivan Holder come. He eats and breathes rugby. He does athletics for a living. Yeah. So me and him are running. And I was thinking, I've got the wrong person to run here. He's like an athlete in heart. So me and him are sprinting across these rugby pitches. And the next thing, we just got there and the girls finished half time and the girls were up. And I thought, oh, fair play. I come in, look down, and the whole team come. All the boys come. They were there and they were cheering them on. And I was like, wow. Yeah. A year ago, they'd be like, girls can't play rugby. Can play rugby? No, they're rubbish. Yeah. They went in there cheering them on and I thought, things have moved on. Yeah. Boys accepting girls to play, and now, like you see boys supporting, like dinner time, you'll have like boys doing line-outs and the girls come up, come on in, we're doing line-outs against each other. Yeah. These girls going up. And I was like, I bet to me head here, one girl's got a dress on a short dress. So I was but yeah, so now the interaction from what girls and boys had 4 years ago, Cannon Cumbry's been brilliant like that. It's like they got girls rugby, they got boys rugby. So
it's well advertised on their social media. Yeah. But as for I've seen it, they're advertising now for recruitment for the new season coming up, Mo. Yeah. How's that going? Is this? You say it's the second season now?
Yeah. So
still very big uptake.
The problem, we got a dinner now coming this Saturday. We got roughly 70 odd girls in our section, 75. So that's between under 12s, 14s, and 16s. So we've got about, don't quote me on this, roughly about 18 under 16s. We had a massive under 14s this year. We had like 27 girls from Brecon, Llanidloes, Talguff, Raider. They go to school all over. We're getting them in from everywhere. They just come to us and it was like, wow, we got girls all over. And under 12s, Nelly and Flash. Flash, our legend, he's coaching there now, and his daughter's some sort of player like. And Flash is quite a funny story. He turned up thinking, oh yeah, we'll have a bit of girls rugby, yeah, it'll be enjoyable. And they got to the final, Denny Arms Park.
I remember that.
Brilliant achievement. And he stood there and I said, right mate, he goes, good God, I'm a bit nervous, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, he goes, yeah. He goes, when you said at the start of the year to start coaching, I didn't expect to be stood here in the final. And he was like, what? Like, you just see.
People don't know, that's Ben Duggan.
Yeah. So Ben's
cousin.
Yeah, not brother. A lot of them call him brother.
Yeah.
Andrew's a lot better looking. So like the section, it's just taken off. We got a great committee. The ladies on there are really good. They keep me in check, and I try and behave if I can. And when you got 6 good, strong ladies on that committee meeting, you keep quiet.
Yeah, and what's good about it, again, as we touched on earlier in the interview, is very much connected between Builth Wells RFC and Builth Wells RFC. Yeah. That they share the playing grounds.
Yes.
And that resource is shared. And that shows, as you said, the Mid Wales Kites is the badge, but it shows Mid Wales Sporting Club working together.
Landod been brilliant. Like Jaffa and Butch up there, they've been brilliant. They said, have the pitch, it's not used enough. Yeah. Like obviously in Builth, because we've got 9 junior teams, which is a lot in the winter. Yeah. It's like to have 9 teams on the grow, it's just, pitches can't take it, if you know what I mean. We try and stay behind the post, and then Jaffa goes, well, we got a pitch here only being trained on once a week, come up to us. And we're like, amazing. And Landod could not be more, more welcoming, if you put it that way. So it's really good. So yeah, it's like, as you said, we're Mid Wales team really. It's not on purpose, it's just the girls just start coming. And I think Andrew and Ellie in the under 12s, they just got players joining.
It's wonderful to see. And the question is about how do they get involved then? And when after this interview, I'll put all the links up. Yeah. So and numbers of to call it yourself.
Yeah. Well, we'll put it on our Mid Wales Kite Facebook page. So Amanda,
I'll definitely post this up on the.
Yeah, Amanda Bayliss and Larry, they do that. So it's all on that page. So
and follow their page as well, obviously.
Yeah. So all the results, all the
it is pictures. A very good social media setup. They're on the ball.
They're good. I don't know what I could do on Facebook. I'm telling you. So leave it to the people who know, don't they? Yeah. And so we put it on the Mid Wales Kites Facebook page. I don't actually know what it is. I think it's Mid Wales Kites Junior Girls. I couldn't tell you. I'm on it anyway. But
we'll find them out.
So, I think the under 16s now, because girls play in 2 age brackets, so we'll be year 6 in primary school and the first year high school. So that's because boys play in 1 age bracket, so they stay in the same team all the way through their career. Girls the eldest girls then will go up to the next age. So they're always playing in a different team. So we find it's quite not hard, but girls get bonds with a team, and then the older girls have to move on to, like this year now, I'll go back to the original team I coached year before last. So, and then it'll be back together. So girls are always moving around. It's very hard for them, and they do find it quite hard. But after a month or so, when they make rugby's amazing sport
it's
again.
It's a great communicator.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the social and what. We try and do the social side in the club after. A lot of it's in the club after as well. Music on, food back in the club. That's what a lot of it's about. Don't get me wrong. We want to win the Welsh Cup, of course we do. But at the same time, like the girls have to have fun. So it's hard like that. So now I think we're a little bit keen. So we'll be starting now. What's the date for 8th of July? Okay. Tuesday. So we're starting the under-16 starting then. I think Nelly, James and Andrew Duggan, they're going to be starting the week after show.
Just all go.
Yeah, and then Jamie, then he'll be starting the under-12s. I'm not sure when he is then, but yeah, it's normally after show, but some of the girls, every time they see, when are we training? They're like, I'm like, right, okay, so we don't want long off, so which is brilliant.
Last question for you, Mo.
Yeah.
Have you officially retired?
I never.
I ask you all mate Ginger Church every time.
He'll never retire.
He'll never retire.
He's going to his 60s.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
So you're not talking about that.
I had a game for Landod last year, but I got a bit of an injury. I had a game.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, I kept quiet. Right. I scored a couple of tries too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I scored 2. And I think I scored more tries. I scored 2 tries, and I think I scored more tries in 20 minutes for Landod than I did for Builth for the whole season. So I used to have the bits. But I got a bit of a foot injury. So, and the thing is, there's young boys here now. They don't want me hanging about there, do they?
No, they might do.
It's nice to watch them and stuff. So, are you going to come to our dinner now?
Yes, I'm going to come along and catch some
Midwell's Kites dinner now here now.
Chats,
up in the Strand. Yeah. Yes. Okay. We got a Welsh female player coming. Courtney, I can't remember her name. Courtney, how do you say it? Not Knight. But she's a Bristol Bears, plays for Wales. She's coming up.
Wonderful.
We got a guest singer coming, so. And we got probably 80 crazy girls who are going to be
drinking
J2Os and
having a great time.
We're going to be dancing everywhere, so it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. So popping in if you can.
I will, Mo.
Always welcome. You're always welcome, and it's good what you're doing with all the blogs. It's really good.
Well, Mo, thank you very, very much.
No, cheers, mate. Thanks for having me. Hopefully
the start of season 2.
Yeah.
It
can only get better.
It can only get better.
And
I wish you all the success with your junior rugby, your youth stuff you're doing, and Midwell's Kites.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers, John. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.